we're going to be able to fit everything for this review into the second video that's left, so you'll only have 2 videos to watch this week. Make sure you have your paper as we're going through this. Make any notes that you need, solve the problems, and solve the ones that I don't do, because remember, this is half of your test grade. So F is cross multiplication. Technically what you're doing is you're solving proportions. And a proportion is just 2 ratios connected by an equal sign. And a ratio is simply a comparison of 2 things written as a fraction. Basically, 2 fractions that equal to each other becomes a proportion. We solve this using cross multiplication. And here's what you have to remember. Cross multiplication only works if there's an equal sign. If it is multiplication, you just multiply. So what we're going to do is we're going to cross multiply. We're going to do top times bottom equals bottom times top. So x times 6, 8 times 24. Now x times 6 is just 6x. 8 times 24 is 192. Now I need to get rid of that 6. When I move that 6 over, I'm going to divide by it. X equals 192 divided by 6. If it will simplify, you need to simplify it. In this case, it's 32. And I'm 99.9% sure that the 2 questions on your review and the one on the test simplify to a whole number. Now, if you want to do all of this work, you're welcome to, or you can just remember to multiply the pair. So here's my pair, 8 times 24. Divide by the single, and here's my single number. Multiply with a pair, divide by the single, which is exactly what I did on all of these steps. So if you can't remember that little side step there, multiply the pair, divide by the single, you can just set them equal to each other and solve. G is dealing with like translating mathematical sentences into algebraic equations. Here's what you have to remember. Is a keyword for equals. Of is a keyword for multiply. I'm going to put a dot because what, like what number, what percent, what fraction is my unknown. We're going to call that x. So you're going to be given a mathematical sentence. What is 45% of 80? Your job is to convert that into an actual equation. What x is equals 45% times 80. But remember, 45% has to be converted to a decimal. And to do that, we just move it 2 places. Unless you have your percent key on your calculator, but it's honestly quicker for me to just type it as a decimal than my percent key. And then because of the way this one is set up, I just multiply straight across. Sometimes, depending on where the x is, once you formulate your equation, you may have to move some things around. So that's why you need to set it up first so you can see what it looks like. And in this case, it's just 36. H is all about probability and odds. And so you need to write down these equations somewhere. Probability is what you want to occur over what you could get. Odds are what you want to occur over what you don't want to occur. So look at these 2 problems, okay? What is the probability of rolling an odd number on a 6-sided die? So I have 6 sides of a die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 of those are odd numbers. But I could roll any of the 6 faces of that die. So this reduces down to 1/2. So what I want, an odd number, there are 3 of those, over what I could get. I could get any of those 6. The odds are what I want. So the next one is, what are the odds of rolling a 4 on a 6-sided die? What I want is the 4, and there's only 1 4 on the die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I don't want is 1, 2, 3, 5, or 6. That is 5 options that I don't want. So the probability is 1 out of 2, or 1/2. The odds are 1 out of 5 that I will get that. So remember, probability is what I want over the total that I could get. Odds is what I want over what I don't want. I is the perimeter and the area of different figures, and we've done this in class, so I'm actually not even going to work one on this review because you've been doing them quite a bit, and so I feel confident that you guys can do this one, but make sure you have these equations written down. Perimeter means you add all the outside edges. Area of a square or rectangle is base times height. Area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. Remember, on the area of a triangle, to find your height at a right angle. Area of a trapezoid is 1/2 times base 1 plus base 2 times the height. Remember, the bases are the straight lines, not the tilted ones. And the height is always found at a right angle. Area of a circle is pi r squared. Remember, pi is 3.14. Radius is halfway across when you cut a circle in half. And the circumference is pi d, 3.14 times the diameter, which is all the way across. So that's what you're going to need for I. And again, we've been doing that a lot together, so I'm just going to let you have at it. All right, and the last section is what we've been doing in class again, so we're not going to work one because we've been doing it a lot recently. Your volume is the area of your basic shape times the height of the shape. And remember that base is going to be what the basic shape is. It may not be the bottom if that figure is turned on its side. And your height is from basic shape to basic shape. Surface area, you're going to find your basic shape, find the perimeter of that base, and multiply it by the height of the object. That's technically what's called your lateral surface area. Then you're going to add that to the area of the two bases, and that's it. All right, finish this review up. If you have any questions, feel free to text me, and we can answer anything. I'll try to answer anything that you have.